So welcome back to North Fork. Derek here. Pretty nice evening right now. It was just raining a little bit earlier, so there's a little break in between. Thought I'd come out here and do a little short video for you of Elvis the dump truck. A little backstory behind Elvis. I got Elvis about 5 years ago. A friend of mine who has a cabin up here by our house. He had Elvis down at his place a couple hours south of here. Used it to build his house a couple years ago, and was just done with Elvis. So he had him up for sale, and we made a deal. A friend of his brought him up on a flatbed, and Elvis has been up here in the mountains ever since. The one stipulation of me buying Elvis was that I keep the name on there. The name is on the windshield. It's also across the back. I don't know how they got the name, but that was the stipulation. I had to leave that on there. So need to get Elvis started up, take him down below so I can get the plow off him here in the next couple days, but I thought I'd just do a short video starting. I did a cold start video a couple months ago. Elvis doesn't start real well. Probably could use a carburetor tune-up or something like that, but for all that we do around the property here with this dump truck, don't really see putting a whole lot of time into it. So just kind of is what it is. It's a little rusted out, it's a little old, it's a little tired, but for plowing the road, it works great for me. So give you a little overview here of Elvis, a little walk around, and then we'll try to get it started. So let's see if we can get the hood open here and see what's under the hood. So this is a 1981 GMC C7000. It's got a big block 427 gas motor in it. Apparently the motor had been replaced. At some point it's got a GM remanufactured engine in it. It does run pretty well once it gets started. Again, I think it has something to do with old gas that's in it. I don't run it a whole lot. Carburetor could probably use rebuild at some point. So pretty good power plant though for what I use it for. So it's rated at 5 ton. I've had it loaded up with a lot more than that. See, C7000. The last time farm use vehicle that it was inspected was in 2008, so it's a couple years old. The other nice thing is that it has all-wheel drive. It's got a Marmon Harrington front axle and transfer case in it. Really nice setup. It works really well. Again, for what I need to do. So inside's a little rough. We got some holes in the floorboard. High and low range transfer case. So we'll take a look up here in the bed. So some leftover dirt in the back, but overall not too bad. No huge holes in it. There's a little hole over there. Of course, we got Elvis on the back there. Did have a pintle hitch on it, but I don't have any reason to use that. Wintertime, I've got chains on all 4 tires. See them there. Front chains up front. Again, rusted out. Panel's falling off, but for what I need to use it here in the mountains, works great. Does have dual fuel tanks. The left side, or I'm sorry, the right side here doesn't work. It's got electric in-tank fuel pump. The fuel pump's bad. For $150, $200, I've just never replaced it. No real use for it, so. Plow up front. So it plows one path down, one path back on the road, and does everything I need to do. So it works really well for us for what I paid for it. Like I said, we've gotten a lot of use out of it already. Could go tomorrow, and I wouldn't owe me anything. So, all right, let's see if we can get it started. All right, let's see if we can get this thing started. electric fuel pump prime a little bit. It's about 65 degrees out here today, so it should be a little bit different than the last time we started it. So that started much better. Didn't even have to use choke on it. Not sure if it'll idle here or not, but again, when it was cold, when it was 20 degrees outside, didn't start very well, but overall, does pretty well. And there it's stalled, so we'll try it again. So here it is sitting at idle. Only had it started about 30 seconds. See, the tachometer doesn't work, but oil pressure, got really good oil pressure on it. Whether it's accurate or not, I don't know. Fuel gauge doesn't work. I'm not even sure the amp meter works. Temperature gauge, I'm not sure either. Again, for what I use it for, this just works fine. Heater does work on high. But other than that, no radio, no frills. 5-speed. Here's the, it's a vacuum solenoid for the all-wheel drive. Sounds like I got a little bit of a vacuum leak in it. That might be part of why it runs a little rough. Here's a switch for the left and right fuel pumps. Again, I don't use that, so it doesn't really do anything. Switch for the hydraulic system. It's got a 12-volt hydraulic pump. 12-volt, it runs off the engine, so it's got a magnetic clutch on it. So then you got your levers for your hydraulic system. You got your plow up and down, your front auxiliaries, your dump cylinders, and then your plow left and right. This is for a spreader. It did come with a spreader, but I've never used it, so maybe someday I'll hook that up. So again, here it says about being all-wheel drive. Again, I really like the all-wheel drive on it. I can actually plow up my driveway, which is pretty steep, with the all-wheel drive on. Without all-wheel drive, I wouldn't even be able to get up it when I'm not plowing, so it does a really good job. So again, that's a quick overview of Elvis, C7000 1980 GMC dump truck. Got my little buddy here. Say hi, Asher. He's a little bit shy, so thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the Roar Report.